Hello. So, I've just recorded this video, watched it back, realised I was moaning a lot. Thought I'd re-record it because actually I kind of lost the point in all the moaning anyway. So, this is a bit of a different video today. It's a bit of a get-to-know-me situation. I don't know if you've seen my introduction-y video, but I said about how I'm a failed writer. So yeah, really, I am a writer. I've always written. I've just always loved reading and writing. I think it probably came from my love of reading. I thought, I want to do that, yeah. And I've always written, but it's only been in the past sort of 3 years I've considered it a feasible business situation. Yeah, I joined a writing group in my local area 3 years ago, and it just sort of opened up a door for me, to be honest. I'd never considered it as a feasible business opportunity. I think the thing is that I'm quite a flitty person, so a novel, for example, is a huge undertaking for me, and one that I've started many novels in my lifetime, and none have ever been finished, to be honest with you. But it suddenly became clear to me, I can write short stories. They're short, I don't have to put loads of planning into them, there doesn't have to be loads of backstory, it can just be simple, straightforward, in there, bam, wham, boom. Obviously it's not that easy, but it was a hell of a lot easier to consider than a novel, which, yeah, a whole new world opened up for me, and I just thought that is what I'm going to do, because I'm not good with people, and my job at the moment is that I pretty much have to make conversation with people all day, and I'm not good at it, and I know I'm not good at my job, to be quite honest with you. But I think writing would be something that I could do, because it doesn't involve making conversation with people all the time. And yeah, it's mainly solitary, and it's creative as well. My job at the moment, a lot of my problem with it is that it's soul-sapping. Like, I make jokes that I have to take my brain off when I get in the door and pick it up again when I leave, because if I took my brain in with me, I wouldn't cope. And stuff like that. So, the problem with working all day is that I'll get home and, I read these sort of writing memoirs and things that people are saying, oh yeah, we used to work full-time, 9 to 5, and then come home and write from like 8 to 2, and then go to bed, and then get up for work, and that's just not feasible for me, because I get home feeling so just deflated and rubbish. I don't know. I think a lot of the reason that I sort of put off writing, and there's always something else, isn't there? It's procrastination at its worst. There's always something, not even like in a procrastination way, but it's like, last year I thought, I'll just sort out my love life and get myself a boyfriend first, and then I'll deal with writing. And it was like, I'll just, do this before, and then this before, and then I'll be okay to write. And it's like, I think that's quite normal, that there's always, if this was this way, then it would be fine, because that's human nature. We're always comparing things and thinking, if it weren't this way, it would be perfect. The grass is always greener. And now I think I got to a point where I've realised that my productivity in writing is not great, and that if I really want this, and I do, if this dream is really something I want to follow, then I have to put more work into it, and I have to stay up late writing, and I have to do it when I don't want to do it, and I have to stop procrastinating and reading books when I should be writing, and YouTubing when I should be writing, and just blooming get on with it. I have my writing files here to show you. Look at my beautiful little label. An afternoon of writing went into making these, or not writing, and avoiding writing by making pretty labels for my folders, and justifying that it was writing related, obviously. So this is, to be honest, most of this was in 2012. I don't know that, I won't split it up now, because, not time, but yeah. It smells so good because it's a new box. Yeah, most of this was in 2012, which was when I was going to this writing course, which I probably shouldn't have cancelled, but, I got all self-conscious and I couldn't take the feedback. So yeah, these are all little short stories. There's a few activity courses in there, a few feedback forms, 2014 to 2015 one. And we have this much. But to be fair, considering that's 2 years, and this is 2 months, I mean, the 2012 to 2013 folder, as I was thinking about this before I made this video, and if one of my friends or anybody that knew me, or even anybody, to be honest, even a stranger, if they were like, oh, can we read something you've written, there's nothing in there that I would be pleased to show them. There's nothing in there that I would be proud of. No. But then I was thinking also that that's kind of like with my videos. I wouldn't want anybody to see those, like, that already knows me. I think it's kind of you're a different person, aren't you? You're a different side of yourself to what people who know you socially necessarily know you as. I mean, that's especially true in writing, I think. My writer self is quite dark and deep. And in real life, I'm quite fun, I think. No, to be fair, I can be quite dark and deep in real life too, but never mind. So I think if I wrote with people in mind, thinking, oh, they're going to read this, I think it would really bother me, because I would constantly be editing myself and thinking, well, I can't put that because, so-and-so won't like that, and yeah, they won't think that's very impressive, and no, my mum won't like that bit, and yeah, I suppose that's kind of probably a bit of why, it's kind of like it's my private thing. It's like a diary, and you wouldn't want to show somebody your diary, but yeah, but I would love to have one piece that I'm not ashamed to show the world, pretty much. And one story that I have been editing today, actually, and which has pretty much sparked this whole situation. Things we never speak about by me. Never spoke about. Might as well get the title right, might it? This was the one piece that I was pleased with, and I don't know where it came from. It just came out of me, and it was beautiful, and it I felt like I was finding my voice with it, and blah, 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 blah. And then I saw that there's a competition that closes next month, and I thought this would be the perfect piece for it, and it would be a competition that I would adore to win, and it's got a really good prize fund, and yeah, just everything seemed perfect. And I sort of put it in my box, waiting for the date, and then yesterday I picked it up and reread it, and the problem is that I did do a bit of editing on it for the competition, and it was over 1,000 words over the word limit, sadly, so I had to cut it out, and it's heartbreaking, because I've had to cut out a lot of what made the story what I wanted it to be, do you know what I mean? And it had a week situation, so it started on a Sunday and it's ended on a Saturday, and I've had to cut out one day of the week, which wasn't strictly necessary for the story, but it was necessary for the structure, and I loved the structure, and I've entered it somewhere else and got feedback, and they said they loved the structure, and yeah, I had to cut one day out, so that was depressing. And by doing that, I feel like the whole structure of the story's gone pure blah, and lost everything that made it beautiful, especially when you're cutting a story down, and I had to hack it. I mean, I had to I don't feel like in this situation it's helped it. I feel like it's ruined it, and I don't even want to enter it anymore. I'm going to, and actually, if anybody out there would do me a huge favour and just proofread a copy, I'll send it to you. I don't need a massively detailed feedback, just a few opinions, because I feel as well like I'm so entwined in this story now that I have no concept of whether it's any good or not. I have no concept at all. I just, yeah. I think as well, because when I'm reading it, I'm seeing the bits that I cut out and seeing what is missing instead of seeing what is actually there. Really appreciate that. As I say, I've got 2 weeks until it needs to be in, so normally I would sort of, you always make the mistake of entering too soon. And I think this time I'm going to wait until sort of the last minute before 12 before entering, because there's always other stuff that needs doing to things, and yeah. So no, if anybody's interested, please let me know. I'm not asking for a massive amount of time, just a quick read and just a quick opinion. As I say, it doesn't need to be detailed or blah blah. Any improvement points you can think of, just generally what you thought of it, because I have no clue of the quality of the story anymore at all. Yeah, sorry for ranting at you. I just creativity is quite difficult sometimes, really is, especially when, you know, I don't think life helps creativity at all sometimes. I think the world in general is not creatively minded, and it should be, because creativity is everything. Bye.